As the deposition of Lee Anthony was in fact taken today, he complied. He was subpoenaed. He complied with the questions that were given to him by Mr. Morgan. He answered truthfully to all questions. The deposition is suspended until there are additional questions that Mr. Morgan may want to ask. He's going to make a statement, as I understand it, to you all briefly. However, what I can tell you is that Mr. Anthony has complied with the subpoena and will continue to cooperate with any further subpoenas that have happened. Again, there was not much of what was said today was already discussed or has already been released to the media or to law enforcement. So there's nothing new out there that would technically qualify as any kind of problem, or I do not think there would be anything that would qualify as extra material, so to speak. Again, Mr. Morgan is going to give you a further statement, and I also want to thank him for his considerations in following the rules of civil procedure and conducting the deposition in the most professional way possible.
Any surprises today?
No surprises.
Questions? What
kind
of questions?
The questions are standard questions that are given in any defamation lawsuit. Obviously, Mr. Morgan has to meet his elements, and he was asking questions of Mr. Anthony to determine whether he could do that, whether Mr. Anthony could aid him in that case or not.
Did you answer all the questions?
I didn't answer any.
Did he answer all the questions?
No, certain questions were in fact certified, and we're going to have a hearing at a later date for that. That's going to be set up by Mr. Morgan, and Mr. Morgan will address that himself.
Okay.
Mentally
Are there
and
any answers?
emotionally, we know that Cindy and George Anthony had their attorney ask for their date to be pushed back for depositions. Is there anything that really struck a chord with Lee, or how did he hold up through these?
Through these depositions, Mr. Anthony did excellent in the deposition. He answered truthfully, and that's basically what deposition is for: is just to get the truth out and to ask questions and to find out what, if anything, someone will testify to if called as a witness in trial.
Do you think any of this will even be helpful to their defamation case?
I doubt it, but you never know.
Can you give us any idea of the questions that he wouldn't answer?
Not this time. That will be probably addressed by Mr. Morgan. I'll let him address those.